Hello everyone. So the time as I record this is 2:30 in the afternoon on Sunday the 1st of March 2026. I'll be completely honest, this is my fourth take now. The first two I have cut because I was interrupted. The third one was just gone because I accidentally cleared my TikTok app and I'm gonna have to start all over again. Whoops. But anyways, when I first heard of this news uh, earlier this morning, like in the early hours of today, I didn't think it was true. Like, there was no part of me at that time that thought that this was real. Because why would it be? Like, this news just happening all of a sudden was just not something that I could comprehend. But as the day went on, it was apparent that a lot of news organizations have now confirmed this news, and even Iranian state media has confirmed it. So the following statement is true. Iran's supreme leader is dead. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, has now died due to the strikes. And oh my god, this news has massive implications throughout the Middle East, throughout the nation of Iran, and throughout the world. Because there are going to be a lot of questions now. The very first one is, who will replace Iran's supreme leader? Because the Ayatollah has not designated someone as his successor in the event of him being dead due to, I don't know, a disease or old age or government intervention from the United States and Israel. Like, who will replace him? Will it be the son of the last Shah, which a lot of Iranians would like? Would it be someone who is friendly to the United States? Would it be someone who the Iranian people elect? Will it be someone that is from the United Nations? I don't know. But that question is gonna have to be answered as soon as possible. The most likely answer, by the way, would be someone who is friendly to the United States. Second, what will the US do in Iran now that the Ayatollah is now dead? Well, the most likely thing that they're going to do is extract their oil. They have done it to Venezuela, they're going to do it in Iran. No question. They struck Iran under the pretense of Iran has nuclear weapons in storage. Iran is enriching uranium at this rate. Iran will have a nuclear weapon by this many months or this many years or maybe even this many weeks. But that is just completely false. Iran does not want to have a nuclear weapon. There was actually a deal that was tantalizingly close to be signed and ratified by many Western nations, China, Russia, and Iran. But in 2018, Trump just pulled out of that treaty or that deal because he thinks it was horrible. And what do we have here now? Of course, Iran is developing a nuclear weapon. Although it's at a slow rate. They're not gonna have a nuclear weapon tomorrow. They're not going to have a nuclear weapon within the next year. That is certain. But the Trump administration and the Netanyahu administration, to an extent, has used the pretense of Iran has nuclear weapons as justification to strike Iran and to kill the Ayatollah. Like, oh my god. But in all honesty, what they're just gonna do in Iran is to extract their oil. That's it. They're just gonna take their oil. Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro is really lucky that he was only kidnapped and detained at one of the most one of the most prominent maximum security prisons in the United States. He is lucky that he just got kidnapped. The Ayatollah was struck down by missiles of some sort, and he's now dead. Another question that needs to be answered would be, will Iran's military strike back? Will it strike down multiple US bases in around the Middle East? Will it betray its allies? I don't know. I do not have the answer to that because I am merely an 18-year-old who is interested in this subject. I have not studied much about Iranian politics. What else? What other questions could there be? Well, we have tackled who would replace the supreme leader. What will the US do? What will Iran's army retaliate? What consequences will it have in the Middle East? Well, I think this is true when I say, I think it is true when I say that Iran is the most powerful nation in the Middle East. Just close behind Saudi Arabia. Like, they're neck and neck, but I think Iran has a bit of an edge because of their nuclear weapon activity, because they're enriching uranium, although at a very, very slow rate. Well, I think that's the news. Like, oh my god, this news is just massive. So I will stay tuned to what will happen within the next days and weeks, and I think you should too. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know this is a shorter video than usual, but I am a bit tired of how you say, doing it again and again and again and again for 10 minutes. So let's just keep it at 8.5 minutes, just so I can publish this video and just get it done, so I can move on and do something else. But this news is incredibly important. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.